Hey guys, this is Irie StarCraft and I'm back to cast a 4v4 match for you. This game will be on Megaton, and yes, Megaton, this is the map that the other day I was trying to remember when I was comparing, I think it's Extinction is the other map. As anyway, this is pretty much about as shared base as you can get on 4v4, and something to note, like, this is the map that I used to beat the 1 versus 4 very hard AIs, where like I just picked Protoss and then came in here and like started building cannons out from the middle and just cheesed the hell out of 4 computers. It took a few tries, but anyway. So I digress at the beginning, as this will be a 4v4 diamond level game. I have the production tab up on the side, and since there's 4 players, the production tab could get pretty nasty pretty soon, but we'll see. For now, I'm going to leave that up there. And so, yeah, it's going to be Krene, the red Protoss, and CCCP, the teal Protoss, leiwujieh, the blue Protoss, and dadahaha, the purple Protoss, against Yoshi, the orange Protoss, who is building proxy gateways up here in the corner, and Bruno, the green Terran, who is building proxy barracks up here. And it looks like that is now being scouted. The fact that there is probably some kind of cheese, because that is the best way to scout cheese, is scout your opponent's base and see that they have nothing. And CrazyDragon is the pink Protoss. He will also be on their team. And DrAweSomE, the yellow Zerg, will be getting a fast hatchery at this location over here. So orange throwing down 2 gateways and Bruno with 2 barracks here. We'll see what comes out. I mean, there's going to be zealots out of here, but are we going to be seeing Reapers or Marines out of there? There's no gas in Bruno's base, so most likely mass marine coming out of there. And it should be interesting to see how they decide to defend against this, as it is all Protoss on the top team. So they are just pinging the crap out of it, and the fact that there's only 2 players up here going for this cheese may hurt them. But it should be interesting nonetheless, as I personally, as any of you guys who've watched my games or my replays very much, you know that I have trouble handling cheese, like in a really bad way. So even though like I know what I should do, like actually the cheese that I have most trouble with, I don't know, it just depends. Maybe it has to do with the fact that I'm usually playing when I'm pretty stoned, so I'm just like, wait a minute, oh my god, there's a cannon like underneath my ledge, what do I do? And then like I send too many probes down there and the probes die or something, and it's like, that was stupid. So generally speaking, I think, you know, feel free to post your own opinions here, but if you're getting cannons, you want to build some of your own cannons, like put up the forge, get some cannons in your middle line. In this case, it looks like the blue Protoss trying to throw down a cannon here at the entrance, but nicely done. He's going to pull all these probes off to kill these zealots before they can do too much damage. There are 3 more marines coming in here that are going to cause some difficulties here, though, as blue is now going to be trying to rebuild this cannon at the front. And reinforcement zealots are going to force these marines back, but you can guarantee that these units are going to continue to stream in here, as zealots are being chrono boosted from orange, and now a 4th barracks even coming down up here. So orange and green, their main base is so exposed right now if somebody wanted to try and attack that. But we're now going to be worried about trying to defend this cheese, and there are stalkers now and cannons, so it doesn't look like the cheese is going to be able to work, as orange and green are going to be throwing units away at these cannons. So will we be seeing them fall back and possibly lifting off these barracks, or what is going to happen, because this has been pretty much walled in with 4 cannons up here. And so actually orange is going to take all his zealots and send them around the other side, which is not a bad idea, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to break through here either, because these stalkers will be able to just scoot on down here and take these out. So these zealots will be deflected, and it looks like green, he's going to need the help from all these marines basically. So, and at the same time though, they are keeping their opponents pinned down, the bottom team that is, and DrAweSomE has been macroing like crazy. I'm assuming What is Doctor? Yeah, he's got his spire almost complete. He's banking a lot of gas. So you expect to see a ton of Mutalisks about to pop out here. And meanwhile, CrazyDragon has been going for a 4-gate build, and he now has a bunch of stalkers on the way. So there is going to be a big battle right here. And the bottom team is trying to break through these defenses. The stalkers shooting and scooting back for all the Protoss players on the top. Zealot's soaking up a lot of hits while these Marines are shooting and scooting in here. And CrazyDragon now with a ton of stalkers coming in to reinforce this. This is a pretty close fight right now. The army sizes are fairly even. The trump card is going to be these Mutalisks, and what kind of damage can they do? But it looks like for now, purple and red with all these stalkers are going to be able to deflect this attack. Not even going to be able to kill that last pylon right there. And Mutalisks are on the map, and they have been revealed, killing a proxy pylon down there. And so Mutalisks are going to be coming in the middle of the line here, but preemptive photon cannon here from blue, going to be able to deflect that, plus the stalkers very nicely. And a dark shrine we see it's just now finishing for red. So where are the Dark Templars going to come from? I think that was red trying to throw a proxy pylon down somewhere. He's going to try and do it again. But because I don't see any, are there any Dark Templars on the map yet? No, there are not. So, oh, Mutalisks, so annoying, man, so annoying. Just flying all around your middle line. This is pretty exposed here from CCCP, but he's got his stalkers to cover that. So, yeah, green and orange. Look at all the barracks going. Are you kidding me? There's 8 barracks going down up here. And it's just straight up mass marine right now. And green doesn't even have any upgrades for his marines. No tech labs, so there's no stim packs, no combat shields, nothing. So, yeah, these marines are going to be pretty much outclassed at this stage of the game with no upgrades whatsoever. And the proxy pylon is getting taken out, but it looks like the Dark Templars have already been warped in, and there is one inside of green's mineral line, there is one inside of yellow's mineral line, so an overseer desperately needed for yellow. He will be morphing that in over here, but how much damage will get done? So many drones dying, so many SCVs dying for green. He has nothing back in his main base. All of his production facilities are out here, and now all these barracks will be worthless because he has no income to speak of. And so red is going to be pushing out with these stalkers to try and follow up the DT harass. Nicely done there. And now even moving these DTs into orange's base, as there are DTs split all over the place here. No detection, 2 robotics facilities, and no observers. Interesting there, orange. As it looks like this game could come down to just the fact that there are no observers, and CCCP even getting in on the DT action. So DTs are just going to completely annihilate this army of Marines. As actually a scan, he is able to scan, and a little bit of bad placement on the scan there by green, but it looks like these DTs are going to go down. No, they will be able to get away, as blue has a bunch of stalkers that can outrange and outrun all of these Marines with no stim pack, no nothing. So that's going to be a slaughter. Even blink, adding insult to injury. Mutalisks from DrAweSomE trying to come in here and do some economic damage, but stalkers and cannons, and it looks like CCCP, with all his stalkers out of position, will take quite a bit of economic damage. But I don't think that's going to be enough, because the Dark Templar is just annihilated the bottom team, and now like 10 barracks are trying to fly down here. And that's a long time to not be doing anything with your barracks. So drawback to building your barracks way the hell over here is that if it doesn't work, then you have to fly them all the way down here, and they can't do anything that entire time. Yes, I'm stating the obvious, but hey, you know. There is an observer on the field now for Yoshi, so the Dark Templars will not be nearly as effective now. Now that they've like just ripped apart everything, including this high yield expansion. But Yoshi was able to get out 1 or 2 Colossus. He will have 2 Colossus out here. No thermal lance unless they wait a while to attack, which could be the case as red is coming down here to defend this base, but he doesn't really need to because purple has that under control. And so I feel like if the top team decided to mass up and attack, that this game would end. And especially with pink trying to move out here, he will be caught a little out of position. And the observer, I don't know where it went. Oh, it is over here. So the Dark Templars are all going to die there, and blue is going to blink and move. Try and get away, losing quite a bit of stalkers. I want to think about turning around and fighting or something here, but at the same time red is going to bring all his stalkers in here, and yellow's expansion going to be in a lot of trouble there, and he's flying his Meatless away. Meatless cannot take on these massive armies of stalkers, so it's just mass stalkers versus mass stalkers. I do see a Psystorm being researched by purple, so that is something new coming out here, and there is a High Templar being worked on, so a bunch of Colossi chilling back here. Gonna have to move down and be used against these stalkers, but blink, if used properly, will be able to just rip these Colossi to shred really quickly. Rip them to shreds. That's some plural form of shreds. And stalker's gonna back up here, and are they gonna form the concave engage? Blinking in right now. Look how fast these Colossi fall, as one of them looks like is going to get away. But so many more stalkers for the top team, red and blue right now in this engagement, that the Colossi cannot afford to fight because the blink, these stalkers are just too mobile, and the orange is going to leave the game, and looks like that is going to be game. Yellow is trying to attack with a bunch of drones, so valiant effort, I will say, as the Mutalists are just like flying over cannons and stuff at this point, so that's pretty much, that's going to be it. And so this game this was sent to me by CCCP. Thank you, CCCP, for sending me this game. Pleasure to cast. And it's always fun to see some crazy type of shenanigans. There was a double gateway rush and a bunch of barracks, and it was defended very nicely by the top team on this map, Megaton. With such a wide ramp here, it's pretty difficult to deal with that kind of attack, but they did a nice job. Blue did a nice job pulling all those probes off at the beginning to kill those initial zealots, and from there it was downhill for the bottom team. So yeah, well played. And somebody, the last person who's still in here, is going to GG out here in a second. I just know it's gonna happen. So so anyway, how about that NCAA tournament, you guys? I've had to rip myself away from the television to cast some games for you, as right now it is pretty much tied. It is tied between Kentucky and Ohio State, so we'll have to check out how that game plays out. And anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching. This is Irish StarCraft, and peace out.